no bantu muri tambitwega muswaya gulindiswe bujundu yawe muri tambitwega muswaya gulindiswe bujundu mugabole muri tambitwego tukala yawe guli malele mugabole ngo tukala gulindiswe bujundu mugabole muri tambitwego tukala yawe guli malele mugabole ngo tukala gulindiswe bujundu.
Mwatambulwa to the first video of the year 2024. Hi, my name is Marvin, and today we are looking at a game that was played in the Southern Closed Chess Tournament in Choma, December 2023, between Andrew Daka in white and Muleya Franklin in black. So white starts out with knight to f3, and then we have g6. Then we have g3, and here we have knight to c6. Normally, here black should just continue with bishop to g7 to complete the fianchetto here, but in this game we have knight c6 by black, and then white continues with e4. Then we have bishop to g7, then d3, e6, c3, knight g to e7, and then we have bishop to g2, d5. Okay, so this is the King's Indian attack. And then here, normally white just goes either just castles or queen to c2, or simply e takes on d5. But in this game here we have knight b to d2, and this is a new move. So now we have f5 by black, and here d4 equalizes, because when white takes and then the knight takes on d4, just grabbing that square in the center. So black is doing fine here and equalizes in the position. But in the game, f5 by black, and then we have castles, and white is better. So here we have castles by black, and then rook to e1. So rook to e1 comes simply to just add support to the pawn here, the central pawn, which is obviously going to advance. So now we have a5 by black, grabbing some space on the queen side, and then we have e5 as planned by white, and then h6, black begins to push the pawns on the king side, just getting some space there as well. And then we have h4 by white, f4, and then now g4 by white. And then black goes h5 and g takes, knight to f5, and then h takes on g6, knight captures on h4, and then now simply d4 to close up the center and solidify the pawn on e5. So knight takes on g6, and then we have bishop to h3. So here, this is not the absolute best move by white, because the bishop here doesn't really have much to do other than just eyeing the pawn on e6. So here better was simply bishop to f1, rerouting the bishop so that it can be placed on a more central square here, where it has it keeps an eye on c4, as well as also just applying pressure on black's king side here. So that is how to play chess. You need to place your pieces where they have uh, maximum power. So in any case, here we have bishop to h3, as was played by Andrew, and then now knight c to e7 by black, and this costs black the game. Why? Because when you look at this game, the way both players have opened up their kings, exposing their kings, it really matters that you actually play as fast as possible to become active and attack your opponent. So here, with this move that black has just played, he delays himself from safeguarding his king, as well as just opening up for the heavy pieces to come to this open side of the board. So the better move here was simply going to be king to f7, and this was going to equalize immediately, because now the rook can come over to the h file, the queen can come to the g file, and black would be actually doing very much fine here, because he's going to command these open files. So what do we have here? So after knight c to e7, what happens now is white, on the other hand, takes immediate advantage by the king going to h2, and now the rook can come to the g file, which is open, and at some point the queen is going to march over to the h5 square here, and it will be black that will be defending in this position. So now we have knight to f5 by black, and even here the computer still suggests that black could still try king to f7, though it was going to be a bit late, but this is better. But then, as was played in the game, knight to f5, and now rook to g1, and here white is doing so much better, because now the rook is controlling the g file, and now secures also the square g5 for the knight to jump into, and the queen can go over to the h5 square. So now we have knight on f to h4. So here knight g to h4 was going to be followed by rook to g4, then knight takes on f3, knight takes on f3, king to f7, bishop takes, and rook to h8 was going to be slightly better for black, as it would also safeguard his king somewhat, and also help him to also start some counterplay there on the h file. So as was played, knight f to h4, and now knight to g5 by white, and now white is clearly winning here, attacking the e6 square, that the pawn that is vulnerable, as well as also just opening up for the queen to the h5 square. So black goes queen to e7, just guarding the pawn, and then now we have queen to h5, and already white is threatening checkmate in one move. So black has no choice but to play rook to e8, which is a forced move, and now we have rook to g4, c5, rook takes, knight takes, queen takes, and then now pawn takes, and then we have bishop to d7. So now knight on d goes to f3, rook a to c8, and then bishop takes on f4. And now this is the beginning of the white is now actually killing the game off slowly, because now the queen can go to h7, and the knight on f is going to jump to h5, and finally to finish off the game on g6. So black, what can black play here? There's nothing much, and in this position he actually just blunders away the game by rook to c2, and finally queen to h7 check. And in this position black resigned because there's no defense here. So as much as this is a fork, and is a fork on the king and the rook, but the biggest threat here, which black doesn't have a defense for, is simply the knight on f going to h4, and then finishing off on g6. So black resigned in this position, and it was an interesting game, and I hope that you have learned one or two things here. So this was Andrew Daka winning with the white pieces in the King's Indian attack against Muleya Franklin, who happens to be the chairperson for the Southern Province Chess Association. Watch out for the next game that will be uploaded soon on the channel, and until next time, it's been Marvin Mono for Southern Stars Chess Base. Enjoy the rest of your day.